You are listening to The Art of Sales. Everyone sells every day, and this is your source for conversational, real-world sales and prospecting methods that you are comfortable using and that get results. You'll help people buy instead of pushing them into being sold. Here's your host, Art Subcheck.
Well, hi again and welcome. Today, I'm going to give you some brief tips on how to handle something that's a major problem and an annoyance and frustration for many people in sales. And that's the person who says, yeah, sounds interesting. Well, let me think about it. So first, let me take you back to my early days when I had a phone sales job in high school. I was selling newspaper subscriptions, and we had this grizzled old sales manager. Guy had been in sales probably about 100 years, I think. A gravelly, deep voice that was probably enhanced by a lot of cigarettes and whiskey over the years. And he gave me a piece of advice that I've never forgotten and always believed since then. And he always said, nothing will kill a deal like time. And that is so true with prospects and customers, even more so today in this crazy, busy, distraction-filled environment we live in. And not to mention how ADD so many people are, where their interest and attention is often pretty short-lived, right? For example, let's take a prospect that you might have. So their interest today in what you have and their perception of a pressing problem or a need pretty quickly can become tomorrow's bottom of the to-do pile till it ultimately just goes away. And then, of course, it's replaced by a new set of concerns and priorities. Well, kind of like a fire on a winter night that is just left unattended, it's going to extinguish itself with time. So to be successful, then it's your job to keep that prospect's flame of interest roaring to avoid letting time steal your sale. Now, consider how the evidence here, how this manifests itself. It's when you hear phrases like this. Let me think about it. I just need some time. Maybe later. Yeah, send me some information on that. I'll look it over. Okay, well, a couple things to keep in mind here. Number one, yeah, they might indeed be sincere and they truly need time before they can make a decision. Okay, fine. But find out specifically what is going to happen and why that time is required. Now, next, if they have no intention of ever buying from you, or worse, of never making a decision of any type, find that out too. And number three here, if the matter is simply one of procrastination and you both agree that a decision would be in their best interest, it's best that you help them take that action now, since their perception of urgency is likely going to diminish pretty quickly, kind of like your interest in a losing lottery ticket the instant the drawing's over. Now, what we don't want to do here when we hear that the delay is confront them with one of those slick, salesy phrases that's designed to push them. That just annoys them and maybe even causes them to come up with even more reasons for delaying. So the professional approach uses good questions to get them talking. And this helps them turn their interest into action. And that's what we want. So first, we need to uncover the cause of the delay. So if your assessment of the situation tells you, yeah, it sounds like they're sincere, and there is something that truly needs to happen before they buy, hey, fine, that's real life. Now, just be sure they're on your side and help them be specific about the next action. So, for example, you might say, so Pat, what you're saying is that my proposal is what you want to go with, and all you need at this point is to write up the justification so you can present it to the acquisitions manager and get the funds. Is that right? Okay, let's deal with the other situations, the ones that really cause you grief and waste your time and waste your money. These are the ones where they're either flat out procrastinating or just yanking your chain. So here's some questions to help them open up and give you real solid concrete issues you can deal with. And or maybe it can cause them to confess and admit that they're not going to buy from you. And by the way, that is a success also. So for example, so what concerns do you still have? What's causing you to hesitate? Or, what questions are still unanswered for you? What are you still unsure of? What is it that you're planning to consider? Or you could provide some choices that might help them give you a real reason for the delay. For example, is it the shipping charge that's holding you back? Now, some people at this point might nitpick and argue that, that just gives them an easy excuse. Well, maybe. But just like anytime someone tries to deceive you, you can uncover that with further questioning, which is what you'd want to do. Okay, so if you finally decide that this person isn't worth any further short-term effort on your part, politely let them know that you'll be happy to work with them when or if they make that decision. And then you move on. And for the ones who are just procrastinators, hey, keep stoking the fire until it reaches the point where they do take some action. So continue questioning. Get them thinking more about their need or their problem. And then also through questions, you can help them feel and verbalize how much better their life would be with your product or service. And that's going to cause them to take the action that you want. All right, bottom line, don't let me think about it or any similar delay take money out of your pocket. Okay, speaking of time, you know what time it is. Sales quote of the day. That's right. It's time for the quote of the day. Today, I'm going to quote myself again, and I have a quote that I've used probably thousands of times in training programs, and is directly relevant to everything that we talked about here. And here it is. When it comes to prospects, move them forward or move them out. Now, I'm not talking about being pushy. I'm just talking about getting some movement. And if you're not getting movement forward, if somebody is just delaying and ultimately you're going to get the no, let's get that today. So move them forward or move them out. All right. So thank you again so much for investing your time with me. And I have a favor to ask of you. If you would, please let 2 colleagues know about this show who could benefit. And if you don't have it yet, I want to send you a free book of my sales process. And it's called How to Place the Successful Sales and Prospecting Call. And I will actually send you free that book. It's an actual turn the pages, 180-page book. We'll send it to you free. We ask that you just help with the shipping. Doesn't cover all our shipping, but we just ask that you help with the nominal charge. You can get that at freesalesbook.com. freesalesbook.com. And also, that is good for U.S. customers. There is an international option for our international friends there as well. All right, until next time, go out and make it your best sales day ever. I'm Art Subcheck.